sung a song to my friends and then they booed me. You know why, y'all? Cause I thought we would last to the end, but yeah, they fooled me. Hey, because I put my trust in the very wrong one. So yeah, they schooled me. And as a result now, I got plenty of reasons to cry. This is why, y'all. There's no money in the bank. Yeah, no fish swimming in the tank. Yeah, no clothes that I can hang. There's no place for me to stay. But in hell, I believe. Hey, I won't give up on my dreams. Cause whom the sun sets free. Guess what, y'all? It's surely free indeed. Yes, Lord, from the inside. If you have the love of God in your heart, I want to see you smile.
I'm facing my burning bush. It had been some time since prophecy had gone forward in the land. Since the patriarchs and Abraham. And so it seemed like the people of God will be ready to receive the word of God from the prophet. Ready to hear the word from the prophet. They had been crying for years while they were entangled and captured. And God had heard their cries. Moses. Someone says Moses. Had 3 40-year terms in his life. The first 40, he spent with Pharaoh's house, learning how to speak eloquent, and learning the tricks and the trades of how to lead the people of Egypt. The second 40 years of his life, because sometimes when you think you're climbing the ladder of success, God will plant a seed. And so he murders this Egyptian soldier. And the Pharaoh says, I'm going to take your life. So he fled. And as he fled, he came to a well. And he saw 7 damsels in distress. And he helped them feed their flock and water them. I'm getting there. So hold on just a minute. And sometimes God has a sense of humor. He helped them water the flock. And Jethro, who was the prince of Midian, says, where is this fellow? Long story short, he allows him to marry his daughter. And they birth children. And for the next 40 years, he was around on the backside of the mountain, doing the very thing that he had been trained to hate. It's something whenever you say to someone, because I've learned a long time ago never to say what I won't do. He was the one earlier who was driving the people to feed the sheep and to watch the sheep and the goat. But now, for these 40 years, he's on the backside of the mountain in a desert place. Somebody say desert place. Because God will sometimes put you in a desert place. That's which brings us to the story. He's minding his business. Now, there's something about the seed. I think Pastor Ursula preached. If God puts something down on the inside, he's coming to collect. There's something about the seed that is on the inside of us that knows that there is more to life than what I'm doing. So he's tending to the goat and the herd and the sheep on the backside of the mountain, which could symbolize you doing things to occupy until your time in God comes. So he's on the backside. And this Bible says that he looks and there is a burning bush. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was a little boy, I used to be afraid of the dark. Even now, sometimes I don't like being in the house when there's complete darkness. I'm a man, but I still don't like complete darkness. I can tell that right now. I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom. And Pastor Ursula turned every light in the house off. And I go through and I flick every one of them on so I can see. But now he's on the backside and he sees this bush that is being lit on fire. Now, one thing about people of color, if I can say that, we mind our own business. Can I get a witness? I didn't see that. We can see somebody get hit by a car right in front of us, and the authorities show up, and we can tell them, I ain't see nothing. I'm minding my own business. I didn't see anything. I'm minding my business. But there are some people who are curious. And Moses, being curious, takes an excellent stage left, leaving the sheep unattended. Now, there's some of you who are right now doing things that need to be left to go and see the burning bush. Because the very thing that you're doing is keeping you from what you ought to be doing. But you have become so complacent at doing what you do day in and day out. And the seed that God put on the inside is screaming and yelling, let me out of this place. But yet you go through like a robot. Every day you get up and you put on the same dull clothes. And you put on the same run-over shoes. You get in the same little dusty car and close the little screen door. And you go down the street the same way every single day. You listen to the same radio station which plays the same songs every day at the same time. You walk into that place and you punch the same old clock. And the seed on the inside is saying, what about me? And you know it's there. I know God speaks to you. How and why? Because he speaks to me. Sometimes we just want God to say, stop talking to me. But the seed on the inside wants to go see that burning bush. Because when deep is ready to speak unto the deep, there is no devil in hell that will keep deep from speaking unto the deep.
With more of him and